What is the most pointless task you've ever been given in the military? Our battalion commander, Colonel Williams, decided we needed to prepare for a surprise inspection. Not unusual, except this inspection was scheduled for 18 months away. The task? Inventory every single item in our supply warehouse. Every bolt, washer, paperclip, and rubber band. Then organize them by size, color, and alphabetical order. Sounds simple until you realize our warehouse was the size of 2 football fields. Packed floor to ceiling with equipment from 3 different wars. Some boxes hadn't been opened since Vietnam. Staff Sergeant Martinez assigned me and Private Davis to start with Section Alpha, military surplus from the 1980s. Thousands of items with no documentation, no serial numbers, just random gear in deteriorating boxes. First week, we found uniforms in sizes that didn't exist anymore. Boots for feet, apparently 12 inches wide. Helmets designed for heads the size of watermelons. Gear that defied explanation. Davis discovered a box labeled miscellaneous parts, various. Inside, 3,000 left-handed widgets for equipment that was discontinued in 1987. Each widget needed to be counted, measured, and cataloged. We spent 6 hours counting widgets. 6 hours of our lives we'll never get back for equipment that would never be used again. But it got worse. Colonel Williams decided the inventory wasn't detailed enough. Wanted photographs of every item, individual photos, with rulers for scale. Private Johnson joined our team. Former photography student, thought it would be easy money, until he realized he'd be photographing 17,000 individual items. We set up a photo studio in the corner of the warehouse. Professional lighting, backdrop, camera on a tripod. Like we were shooting for Military Equipment Monthly magazine. Each item required 3 photos, front, back, and side view, with a ruler showing exact dimensions, then uploaded to a database with detailed descriptions. The descriptions killed us. How do you describe a mysterious green object? Possibly military, unknown purpose, circa 1973. We spent hours researching equipment that no longer existed. Found manuals in 3 different languages for machines that were scrapped decades ago. Counted spare parts for vehicles that were melted down for scrap metal before I was born. Month 2, we discovered the real purpose. Colonel Williams was retiring, wanted to leave behind the most organized supply room in Army history, his legacy project. Meanwhile, half our unit was deploying to Iraq. Real combat, real missions. We're counting tent stakes while our buddies are fighting actual wars. Davis snapped first, started making up inventory numbers. Close enough, he'd say, estimating boxes instead of counting individual items. I caught him fudging the numbers, reported it. He got Article 15, extra duty counting tent stakes. The irony was perfect. Johnson quit photography altogether. Said if he never saw another military surplus item, it would be too soon. Transferred to the motor pool just to escape widget duty. 6 months in, we'd cataloged maybe 10% of the warehouse. At our current pace, we'd finish sometime in 2018, long after everyone involved had retired or died. Then the inspection got canceled. Budget cuts. The general who ordered it got transferred. New command didn't care about our perfectly organized widgets. Colonel Williams retired without ever seeing his masterpiece completed. We just stopped counting. Left thousands of items half-cataloged in digital limbo. 3 months later, they demolished the warehouse. Built a new PX in its place. All our work, literally bulldozed into a dumpster. I kept one souvenir, a left-handed widget from 1987. Still sits on my desk. Reminds me that sometimes military efficiency is an oxymoron. Davis ended up in Iraq 6 months later. Said counting enemy positions was easier than counting tent stakes. At least bullets have a clear purpose. That warehouse taught me everything about military bureaucracy. How good intentions create pointless busy work. How officer legacies waste enlisted time. Most importantly, it taught me to appreciate meaningful work. Every real mission after that felt important by comparison.